Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome
back to the live.
Is it a month?
I think it has been a month.
Nice.
It's been a long month, short month. I feel like it's flown
Short.
by.
Yeah, very short.
Flown by. Hope you're all well out there, guys. Lots to cover today. Lots of new product hitting the market. Some today. Michael,
Yeah, big day. Big next couple weeks.
by your right hand, Callaway irons.
All right, but hold on. I'm going to make a mess now.
Nothing new.
I don't know if you can see that. Oh, yeah, good enough.
Lovely, lovely. AI 200 in the house, AI 300 and Thai Fusion, not yet in the house, hopefully
Fusion.
soon.
Some new
Is Thai Fusion, does that sound like a drink or a massage?
a massage and a restaurant.
Aye, a nice wee experience.
Little blue board.
Yep. Ready
Nice.
for a little bit of that.
Couple 60 degrees in the house. One of every bouncing grind.
Where are they? Oh,
Right
in
here.
fact, we can't even. How many are there? Five.
Hundreds.
5 new wedges. We can't talk about those yet. I think 2 more days and we can tell you what those are.
Oh, the suspense.
Yeah, lots and lots going on. How have you been?
Not bad. You?
I've not seen much of you since I got back.
Did you miss me?
Not as much as you've missed me.
I've played a lot of golf. No, not a lot of golf. I've played the same amount.
That's a lot of golf.
You missed a ton of heat.
I know.
It feels cold here now.
It does.
Yesterday
The
was freezing.
weekend was not to be confused with warm.
Get your Canada Goose out.
I know. Hong
Yeah,
Kong.
no, it was good. Your trip was great.
Trip was great.
Fam is good.
Yeah, everyone's fine. Everyone's good. Good in the hood. No complaints. Played a little bit of golf. Played at my favourite course at Loch Lomond. That was always a treat. Played a few rounds at Helensburgh. That was all. And then I was over to Paris for the Olympics. Great to watch that. Great event, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
Did you watch much of it?
Yeah.
Of the golf?
Not of the golf, but of like other sports and stuff like that I watched. Patty told me we watched the rugby sevens, I guess.
Right.
We watched a lot of that 3-on-3 basketball.
What was that like?
It was weird to watch. It just felt like, that's basketball we would have played in elementary school.
Right.
Just one key and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. So, yeah, it was cool. It was different.
I never seen any of that. So overall, nice wee trip, but always nice to be back, and we're right into the thick of it. There's boxes galore in here today. There's
Bit of a mess.
there's new Mizuno irons, there's new Callaway irons, there's new PXG irons. 3 new sets of PXG irons have just landed today. There's new wedges, like we said. There's new shafts galore. Busy little time. Busy little time. David, good morning, fellas. Mikey, any changes to Ian's What's in the Bag already? No.
Nope. Well,
No. What?
I keep enticing a new 60 degree.
No, not happening. No, I don't think there'll be any changes till. I don't think there'll be any change between now and the end of the year. I really don't.
What do you want? Steak dinner?
Did we cancel last?
No, it's not cancelled.
It did cancel because you bet on Justin Thomas.
Right.
You said Justin Thomas would miss the cut of the Open, and I said he wouldn't. So the steak dinner was cancelled from Tiger missing the cut of the Masters. It's just as well I've got a memory. You'd have me buying you steak dinners galore.
You still owe me one.
All right, let's dive in here. Let's see what's going on.
Luke is saying, evening gents, got a putter fitting at Club Champion in Crawley, England tomorrow morning. First
good.
ever putter fitting.
Good man, Luke.
Good.
Enjoy.
Oops.
You're right, try to ban people left and right.
No,
aren't
it's
you?
because it's too sensitive, this thing. It's a bit like you. Sensitive. Kevin.
So. How are we enjoying the GT Woods? Well, you've enjoyed yours more than I've enjoyed mine. I think the centre of the face is still untouched in mine. How are you enjoying your woods, Michael?
Good. I like them. Made a couple little changes.
You're not even just enjoying your woods, you're enjoying my woods as well.
I made a couple little changes.
Tell
Went from a
commentators?
GT2 to a GT3
Why?
in the driver.
Chris will be devastated.
Well,
Still in your Tennessee Blue?
no. The 10C Blue didn't see outside.
We knew
So
that
we
was
put
happening.
I built a 10C white at 45.5 inches, and it got cut to 45 inches
Well,
in a GT3. It was quite nice.
I'm not one to say I told you so.
I know. I was being polite.
First for everything. First for everything, Michael. Kyle H, so what irons did I end up playing in Scotland? Did the TC201s get a swan song? I actually took my own set back with me. I took my current club, so took my Mizunos back with me, my GT Woods. I wanted to play a little bit with them while I was away, so no, it was just missed my 14 sticks. The 201s did not get did not get an outing.
Michael
Hello,
Crawley.
Michael.
AI 300's good for a sweeper.
Sweepery sweeper. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously golf ball related for you, Mick, making sure you get a golf ball that spins enough for you, but pretty good for a sweeper, for sure. For sure.
Sweeping dew and drinking brew.
You have hit the 300s.
Yeah.
I have not. What did you think? Did you like them?
To be honest, I only hit like 3
Right.
shots with
Yeah.
it. I hit
More
more with
offset than
the
you like to look at.
yeah. I hit more with the Thai Fusion and 200. Sweeping dew and drinking brew. Good morning, guys. Great content as always. What is your favorite thing? What was your favorite thing about the TPI experience? I've always wanted to do it. Highly recommend people do it.
Yeah.
Ryan Andrews, pipe down. Listen,
I
turn
know.
your computer off.
Ryan, listen, it's not like any of us were surprised or are surprised. I knew exactly how that was going to go the minute he got back.
I'm not even going to say why I had to play the GT3.
Why?
Well,
Why was it?
something happened to the GT2.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
To yours?
Yep, but that's fine. That's fine. The GT3 just ended up staying in the bag. But I'll put the 2 back in
Oh, I didn't
on a shorter
realise
shaft.
that.
I will
Didn't know
give
something happened to it.
I'll give a GT2 a try on the shorter shaft.
Did you finally break ahead?
No.
You're.
Anyways, the experience at TPI was fantastic.
I'm in
2
shock.
doctors told us that we were both extremely out of shape. I'm actually stronger than Ian, but no big deal. Extremely out of shape, and we need to stretch
Hold the bus.
and maybe take up another sport.
Let's rewind back a second there.
Okay, maybe in one part.
What part?
I don't remember.
None.
Well, that's a lie. Run it back.
No, he said your golf handicap was lower than mine. That's what he said. I wasn't allowed to do any of the strength testing.
Oh, because you were too weak.
My neck.
Don't talk to me about bad neck.
I think we should overlay this with your vertical jump of 7 inches. You could barely slide
All
a
right.
Hello Magazine under your feet.
Kangaroo over there. 75 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
That's why you got a little light in the loafers, that's why. Anyways, TPI is a great experience. And highly recommend you go.
This is how every conversation goes between him and I. Starts off as, oh, what was this, what was that? You never done that. I've done this better than you.
John Jensen in there with the heat. Apex
mad, John.
AI 300 purchase on the horizon. Shafts available at OEM. Nippon 850. Neon not available in regular flex, only stiff. Zelos 8 available in regular flex. Please compare it in contrast if you can. Those Zelos are thin,
Soft.
soft,
Very,
soft,
very
soft,
soft.
soft.
Yeah, it's going to be soft, John. High launch, very soft. If you want it to kick a little bit, it will do just that. It will do just that. Quickly back in TPI. For me, favorite thing was the force plates. I enjoyed the force plate part of it.
do
I've
that.
done the
I
screen
did that, yeah.
screen part before and what have you, but I think talking to the guys about sort of how little subtle changes, and I've been struggling with setup and just struggling with things with my driver, and obviously to hear them and see that immediately changing one little thing like moving the pelvis more to the right, literally just changed the forces in the right direction. I thought that was really, really cool. I'd love to do more of the force plate stuff.
I think to get the opportunity to, be even screened from those guys, because they, everyone who can do a TPI screening who are trained, they're good at it, obviously. But the guys that invented it, they always see something maybe a little different.
Well,
the stretching thing's good. I've tried it a couple times.
But like they said though, the AI tool is putting them out of job because it's so good. So I think that's good for people to hear that maybe if you budget doesn't allow you to get to Oceanside, then go see a TPI practitioner and they can use the AI.
Were we talking about AI last week, Friday? I think we were all talking about like meal prepping and recipes and stuff.
Did you do that?
I've tried it, yeah. You can do a whole thing where it has a voice now and everything. I mean, to be honest, if you're not using a little bit of AI, you'll be Are
you actually here?
No, I'm a robot. Oh, geezer.
Mikey, your swing at the end of TPI video was looking real nice. Getting to your front side better. How's it been since? You still?
Not bad. Right, not bad.
Are you spinning or are you sliding?
Still giving the bump. Sometimes it goes a little too far left, though. That's the scary thing.
J Gilla 87. Hey guys, great to start the week off with a live. Looking to replace my T150 4-iron. Need something with more pop, but hate too much offset. Easy. T2. Perfect. Doesn't really have much offset. Has more launch for sure. It's a little bit hotter than 150s. So we both had, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I was reading something. I wasn't paying attention.
You are not paying attention. But yes, T200 would be pretty much a perfect solution. One thing to do if you do struggle with a little bit of distance, you can maybe add a little 1/4 inch to the 4-iron length as well. Make it a hair longer. You can maybe even go with a graphite in it, just to ensure that it gives you a little bit more distance, bridges that gap that some people struggle with. So, but T200 I would say is the answer. Shane Lambert, we'll see you tomorrow. You got a fit with Shane tomorrow?
Apparently at 12 o'clock with Mike.
I've got 2 full bags tomorrow.
Shane Lambert. Well, the dream team's back.
Kick those 2 donkeys.
Mississauga doesn't even know what's hit him.
Doesn't even know.
See you tomorrow, Shane. Come with low expectations.
Harris Bean is asking, any opinion on the spin numbers of GT3 versus QI10 LS? Assuming other variables are similar. Would you expect GT3 to be lower spin than QI10 LS, Michael?
I'm reading something. You're so far down. Scruffy McMuffin, is that who you're reading?
No, Harris Bean. Any opinion on the spin numbers of the GT3 and QI10 LS? Are they
actually
similar spin?
Last week I had a guy hit GT3. I think GT3 is a little bit lower than QI10 LS. But I also think GT3 is a little bit easier to turn over than QI10 LS.
I like a fast head that has a little bit of rotation to it. Yeah, I mean, they're both in the lower end, to be honest. Harris Bean, a big part of that will be where is your strike tendency? Do you typically strike it a little high? I've always found TaylorMade heads a little high in the head to be very low spin. They actually do quite well in the mid to slightly below mid area. I think you'll find the GT3 will be pretty exceptional top and bottom. But yeah, I've definitely seen that.
Darren Hall, where would you guys class the Thai Fusion within the rest of the Apex irons?
At the expensive end?
Aye, but money's money.
Where would you class it?
Apex Pro.
I've not hit it.
Apex Pro, Thai Fusion, AI 200.
Good for you. Nice work.
Thanks. Can I get a raise?
Hold on, I'll lift you up. Michael Crawley, guys, you need a breakfast tea and a bacon butty on Mick. Thank you, Mick. That's it. Cheese and ham croissants.
Chin chin.
Are literally just
in our stomach.
Aye, they're on their way down just now. Thank you.
On the way down.
They are. They're making their way south. for the winter. Zach Evanson. How much is progressive CG impacted, if at all, when you start bending clubs? I mean, really, unless you're bending beyond a degree or two, if you're into which you should never really do anyway, I would not even be thinking, to be honest, about the sort of centre of gravity. Obviously, strengthening the loft, you're going to hit slightly higher in the head. Weaken it, you're going to strike slightly lower in the head. So maybe a little bit of sort of a more advanced fitter might start to factor that in, but most of the time, I wouldn't say that's a big deal. I really wouldn't.
Let me scroll up. I think I passed a few.
Nico Rocks, would you recommend an I-530 iron for a 15 handicap? I certainly would. I would say that's
100%.
Yeah, another one of those irons that covers a really, really wide, group of players.
Steve Middleton, Gen 7 PXG review coming soon.
Yeah, just landed today. No fault of PXG. We were trying to kind of obviously tie up. They had their launch event while we were in California with Titleist.
They look cool. Launch event.
Yeah, it looked really good. We hate to miss those, don't we? That's so good. I said to Paul from Golfers Authority the other day.
Oh,
I said.
I haven't talked to him in forever.
No, I was just. I watched his video on the review. It was funny. It was funny. And then I messaged him and said, I'm never missing another PXG launch event again.
I owe him a text. He texted me a couple.
He says he's going to call us this week.
Oh, great. Do not disturb.
No.
Scruffy McMuffin.
You've just been dying to take a
Cheers, guys.
question.
Got a fitting in about 4 hours at my CC for GT Woods Gaming TS395 TB50X. Ventus Blue 6X. Pretty excited to see what's what. Also, Maxfly Tour Ball reviews coming.
Yeah, we have that on the schedule for, I think it's late August. Maxfly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whenever you go and buy them from the store.
Good. I don't even know where they are. Apparently they're great
golf balls.
golf ball.
I was thinking the other day? I was thinking of a company, and I was like, they just need to buy Maxfly golf balls.
Encore?
No, they've already got their own golf ball.
They have a golf ball.
No, it was somebody else. It's a new company I was thinking of. We were talking golf ball development and stuff like that, and I said, well, if I were you, I'd just buy Maxfly. Because they make a great ball, clearly. They have a legacy and lineage with a name. Makes sense. What's he saying? Bump.
More like paint. Get your brushes out.
All right. What else is going on? What did you think of, let's get into a few golf topics. What do you think of Matt Kuchar making everyone go back this morning for him to hit or play half of a hole?
Why did he do it? It was too dark?
I think he was making a point or something like that. I think he was trying to play quickly behind the group in front. I don't know if he was held back or whatever, and then he's ended up walking off. I don't know if he was just being a bit of a grump, but he's come out this morning and said, really apologise. Like, I hate to be that guy, and I know.
Oh, at least he's apologized. I mean, go to the senior tour already. What is he doing? Taking up a spot.
The only player to make it into the playoffs, but like he's the only player to have got into a certain point of the playoffs every year. He's literally the only player who's done that. But that was a bit of a stinker. Olympics, golf at the Olympics. What would you change?
The format needs to be maybe some team golf.
I don't think it should be 4 days. I don't think anybody's watching. I literally do not think anyone's watching for 4 days.
I will say here on TV, the coverage
terrible.
Sucked.
Everywhere.
We had to use CBC
Everywhere.
Gem. Did you tell me to use the Gem app?
No.
I don't know. We had to
Discovery
use
Plus in the UK was the one.
CBC Gem, even like our Sky Sports, the thing we use was tough.
It's illegal.
Crime. I mean, all they were showing for like the longest time was like, you know, kayaking down a fake river or fencing
I know.
or breakdancing. I mean, come on. You and I might be able to medal in breakdancing in the Olympics.
Apparently there was I know, the sprinkler. Oh man. Nah, I don't think you and I could. If there was one Olympic sport that you had a chance of medaling in, what would it be? What do you think you could do?
Breakdance, honestly, that would be the only thing. I just can't stand on my head.
You can't dance either, you kidding?
Oh. There's no Olympic there's no Olympic sport I can medal in.
I know. Jeez. David is asking, golf topic, what's the update on Mikey's swing shift? Any good? Are you shifting? I've not done these. Watch out a few balls.
It'll be a couple of days before I have balls, but
How? Was you a shudder?
Sure,
this one or that
no,
one?
the other one. Honestly, the patch is the size of this computer. The swing is, there's been some really good golf. I've actually been to the range and worked on a couple things. I've sent video to Pierce.
To Pierce, good.
Yep. Yeah, it's been good. There's some stuff that I still think I do wrong.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see the ball go a little bit more right to left, which is kind of nice. But yeah, other than that, the driver swing is awful. I hit it okay, but I must look like the world's worst golfer with the driver swing.
You do.
Oh, hi, cheers. That's good for the confidence.
I'm joking.
I'll be going playing in the traffic today.
No, I was just going to say play after 11 o'clock PM, so nobody has to watch you. Play in the dark. How you hitting it?
Oh, it's dark outside. It's in eclipse.
I know. Nicholas, Ian, how's the neck situation? Not great. Not great. I thought resting it for 3 weeks would have been really good for it because I didn't really play that much when I was back home. Not really any different. Not any worse, not any better. So, treatment this week, back at it. I need to give you the info for the MRI stuff. We'll get it seen to.
A month and a half late. I know. No big deal. Ryan Lynn, I de-loft a lot and need more launch and spin. How would P770 compare to I230?
Well, it's hard to compare the P770 really. What would you say would be better from a launch perspective? Well, stay tuned for the 770 video because we saw something that was a bit of an odd,
Yeah, it was a bit of an
oddity.
duck, yeah. I'd go I230.
Yeah,
But stay tuned.
I know. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Mikey, can you shoot? I've shot a gun a couple times in my life and I'm terrified of even putting the bullets in it. Listen, folks, I'm a wimp.
I love that you admit that. Most people would pretend to be too tough. You're just like, I'm just a wimp.
Aye, because you know what's going to happen? They'll be like, all right, show me. I'd be like, oh, joking. My uncle's big into his guns, and one time we had to load a bullet, and I was afraid it was going to go off. I don't like guns.
This would be highly controversial to even say this, but what did you make of the whole boxing thing?
I didn't realize it's not in...
I know, it's not the next one.
That's a joke.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Honestly, if they've got breakdancing, no offense to the people who won medals in breakdancing, we can all do the sprinkler, but to get rid of boxing, an Olympic sport.
Yeah, I know. Now, getting rid of boxing is outrageous. I think that's absolutely outrageous. But to be honest, there'll be lots of people after the whole controversy over the Algerian boxer and the Chinese boxer fighting in the women's divisions. There'll be a lot of people just happy to see the back after
They
this.
went after those two, didn't they?
They really went after.
The Algerian one got the...
Both got the gold.
Yeah, but like
when
all that stuff. Even I was the same. I was like, you can't have that bullet, but it's not. It's all the same. Rough. That's a rough go.
I know. My wife and I had a heated debate about that.
Oh, I'm no surprise about that.
Heated debate.
I've had to hide my stories from your wife.
Michael Crawley, lads, anything beating the Autoflex for 98 mile an hour driver swing speed? Well, we are testing TPT. We've got the TPT shafts coming in. spoke to them about sending in some stuff for us to test. They're going to send us some product. So I think some of the lighter TPTs, Mick, would be good for you. I think Acra Shogun could be good for Mick.
X-Wave?
Enough. What was the other one we tested recently? Oh, anti-gravity. Now, I would say Acra Shogun would be a good option for you, Mick. Or, as I say, I'm really keen to see how that TPT performs.
Mick, you need to come over. It's the time.
I know. It is. Brennan, I think the issue with boxing is they don't have a credible federation to oversee it. I could not agree with you more. That is exactly the problem with, and that goes back over the years. They screwed Roy Jones Jr. They screwed Floyd Mayweather. They continue to get the scoring system wrong, and it's so corrupt. That 1000% is the problem with boxing. I actually said that. I mean, I absolutely love boxing, but I actually said to Son, I'm happy that it goes out in the Olympics because I feel for athletes who prepare their whole lives to win a gold medal or to medal, and they get people who just can't even officiate properly or are taking envelopes.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, a lot of that.
I mean,
a lot of that. You would. It's kind of thing you do.
No bother. Ding ding. Cha-ching. Someone asked about Mike. Don't see Acra on tour anymore. What happened to them on tour? What's that boy? Titleist, good player, Cam Young. He's still using TZ.
There's still Acra out on tour.
Lucas Glover, I think, has something in his bag.
There is for sure. Yeah. No, there absolutely is. Maybe less of it. I think. What's Ron's last name? Ron Graham, who was out there for for Acra. I don't think Ron's out there anymore. Maybe wrong. I've not seen him for a while.
Mullen.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I thought Mullen was doing something else.
Oh, really? I thought he was with Acra.
I thought Mullen was doing something else now. Anyway, I think maybe within the True Temper family. Yeah, maybe, if a rep has more, call it parts, lots of Project X, lots of different, shafts, with rather than just focused on one brand, I think, unfortunately, Acra is going to probably lose a few players to that type of thing.
This is something you said the other day. Long drive needs to be in the Olympics.
I 100% agree. So for me, in the Olympics, there has to be a team element. Like, can you imagine Rory and Shane going for Ireland? Tommy and
totally.
I know Fitzy was
It's a shame he was injured or whatever.
Yeah,
but
like Xander and Scotty, teaming up, like, they'd be unbelievable.
The one thing the US should have done, they should have had Bryce in there before Wyndham Clark.
No.
He's way more patriotic,
Just
playing better.
But like, criteria is you have to be. Like you live, if the qualification, if you go around to live, none of what they do is fitting of the criteria. Like, whether you think Bryson is good enough to be on the team, clearly 100% good enough to be on. One thing that people are giving Wyndham Clark no props for is that he had a bad first round and then ended up finishing 12th.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable. Played amazing that last day especially. Like, I totally agree. Bryson played well enough to be. Probably who's the Morikawa, wasn't it? Played better than Morikawa this year, for sure. Better than Wyndham Clark this year. But unless you want to eliminate qualifying criteria and just go, we're going to take the 4 players we think are on form. A bit like Ryder Cup wild card picks.
Yeah. Captain's
pick.
pick.
We're just going to take four picks, and we're going to take the 4 most informed players, regardless of world ranking, tour you play on, etc., etc. I don't. He knew, like with world ranking points, all these guys moaning about world ranking points. You know that when you go over there, you're not eligible.
Yeah. That'll change eventually.
You're hopeful. Well, I would say I'm more hopeful their format changes than I am about world ranking points being allocated for a different format. I don't know how can you possibly judge. I mean, this is a bigger conversation for sure, but 4 rounds on a 1 to 18 start or 10 to 9 start. How can you possibly say they're the same and eligible for the same world ranking point? They have to be playing the same format. They absolutely have to be. I don't think while the formats are 3 days versus 4, shotgun start versus 1 or 10T. I don't think that will ever change.
Yeah. But to say that he can't play 4 days, or someone was like, he can't. He's not used to playing 4 days. First of all, the guy's
US Open.
Yeah, the guy's won majors. Like he's
no issue.
He knows what 4 days are like.
Issue.
It's an extra day, big deal.
Yeah, without a doubt. But I think obviously people saying Ram folded because playing 4 days rather than 3. I personally think John Ram felt the pressure of hitting a few squirrely ones, and the pressure of beating that quality of field with all those players behind him. Scotty, Rory, Tommy, Xander at that point was right there. Tom Kim was right there. The home player and Victor Perez, making birdies galore in the back 9. I think it was just at a level of pressure that I think he felt, and playing for his country. I think that was a huge one as well. I think he kind of, again, we talked about it when I first came in this morning. One of the reasons that Olympic tournament was so good is because they are not playing for themselves. They're playing for something much bigger than themselves.
These guys, even Ryder Cups, that whole Patrick Cantlay wanted to make money to play in the Ryder Cup. Clearly, whether Scotty Scheffler's made $30 million or not this year, the guys don't care about that. Even Rory said he's like, we want to be here, play for our country. Scotty Scheffler's crying.
I know.
He cries. He's a very emotional individual, but still, he's crying.
I mean, he hasn't cried since he was sitting in that jail cell.
I don't think he cried in the jail cell. He knew he was getting out.
He was working at his backswing.
Kevin, will there be any on-course content coming in the near future?
I don't know if there is anything scheduled for the near future, but I'd like to think so. But I don't know if we have anything planned. But it was I mean, the last one was well received. The was the scramble, wasn't it?
Yeah, where was it?
TPC.
All right, yeah.
TPC
Toronto.
To do Brandon Trotter got fit into a QI10 LS 9 degree, but want more forgiveness. Would an 8 degree QI10 work? Yeah, it'll be more forgiving for you. Yeah, CG will be deeper. I always think though, when it comes to forgiveness, guys, try not to think about forgiveness as purely MOI. Forgiveness can be sort of a head that has an easier ability to rotate when you typically leave the face open, right? If you're a fader and a face wants to stay open more, it's got more of a sort of forward and maybe toe side CG. That's not a forgiving golf club for your weak tendency. So I try not to think of it purely as MOI, but yes, probably a QI10, 8 degree, maybe even the dot head if you can get a hold of one. We were chatting with those on Friday. Maybe that.
John Jensen, to answer your question, the last 3 words, just custom order. Elevate 85s to an 850 GHs. I haven't seen a GH in forever. I'm sure it's kind of close.
Yeah, probably. I would say probably Elevate would be a little bit stiffer, I think.
Yeah.
John, I think they maybe kick a little bit more.
The butt section will be bigger.
Comes to red, I know it's going to rain today.
Rains every day here.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
We literally live in a rainforest. Hot
in the morning.
all day, rains.
Peeing in the afternoon.
Seth, welcome.
Welcome, Seth. Love it. New member. Welcome to the crew. Let's go back a little bit here. Sudsy currently has Acura FX 250 M4 fit by Dean Fry. Struggle to be consistent. Would lighter shaft help? Also thinking maybe getting fit for a 3-wood for off the tee when the swing is off, or maybe even a mini driver, Sudsy. Maybe even a mini driver. I don't think a lighter shaft would help. I don't think that would be, to be honest, I'd be more inclined to say the other way, going slightly heavier might help sort of bring in the misses a little bit more. Typically being a little bit lighter, if your swing is a little inconsistent, it widens the variables. So I probably wouldn't say that would be the way to go. Charles Campbell, are the Haywood, what's SV2? I mean, obviously,
I think they came out with a version 2 iron.
Yeah. Are they a big improvement? All S signature version 2. I haven't seen them, or to be honest, I haven't heard of them. Or have you? You seen them?
Maybe a photo.
I have not. I have not.
Kevin, have the new mini drivers been popular in your fittings? The TaylorMade stuff's so limited that we don't have it for
it's a
demo.
problem.
They sell it way too fast.
Callaway's so limited we can't even get one to test on the channel.
Yeah. Callaway makes one?
I heard they did. I saw in pictures they had some. Did they not?
Breaking news to me.
Jokes.
Jokes.
We don't have them for testing in the base. They are still very limited in their availability. So a disaster for a company like us is having kind of limited inventory when it's in your demo matrix. Just doesn't work. Michael saying it was 2 years ago in September since he was last in TXG. Sorry, club champion. No need to be sorry, Michael. We still call it TXG too.
Brian Minette. Minette? Maybe. Do you think putter shaft upgrades are worth it?
Minette, where's the E?
At the end, wow. I think I used to went to school with someone with similar spelling last name, and it was Minette.
Listen, I'll believe you before I believe me anyway.
Hi, Patsy, relax.
I never even said Patsy. I never. I definitely didn't.
I swear on my
I didn't.
people's graves. Oof, we better go home.
Or storm of the Capitol. Where did that question go there?
From Brian Minette. Brian, let me know if I'm saying your last name right.
Do you think putter shaft upgrades are worth it? I would like to see them come down in price.
Yeah, I agree.
I would love them to be $79. I'd love them to be $120. This $400, what are you laughing at?
Minardi.
Minardi. Aye, because I like
Don't worry, my last name gets butchered all the time too, so.
I know. Rhymes with Rick.
Trick. Abracadabra.
Starts a P.
The shafts do need to come down in price.
They come down in price.
$300-400 for a putter shaft's a bit ridiculous. That comes down in price. More people will put them in, but they do help.
Yeah.
They do. They can definitely help you.
F left 18. Geez, you can hear the rain from here. It's coming down right now. Look at those poor kids.
Oof.
Walking back to the Lego shop. On the mark, currently walking 9 near Indianapolis. Thoughts on TaylorMade 300 mini driver going 250, 260 while struggling with driver? Sounds good to me.
Yeah, perfect.
Sounds good to me. Keep it in the bag. Keep it in the bag. Carlos Rodriguez owns a set of TC201s and Mizuno 243s. Sounds like my kind of guy. And I can't decide what to play. Both Axiom 125 on each set. I think you should start getting your clubs from us, Carlos. The 243 feel a bit softer, in my opinion, but hotter. What's more forgiving? I tell you what, I mean, I obviously play 243s, and I've said the same thing to you many times. They are little rockets, aren't they? I feel like they're loaded with ball speed. They really feel pretty hot. But the spin is really consistent on them. So impressive. For me, it's a lot of shape and head shape. I really like the thin top line in the 243s. But I love the TC201s as well.
Yeah, it's a good iron.
Just a hair too much offset for me. I wish I could get a zero offset set of 201s. That might be the answer. But no, to be honest, I don't think it would be the answer. I don't know how I'm going to not play a Mizuno 243. I don't know how I'm not going to play that iron. Even when I was playing my T150s, I still knew they had a bit of offset. I still knew they were a bit, they were kind of for higher handicappers,
Your 223s didn't really last.
Because of the problem with the short irons. Remember? They wouldn't go anywhere.
No.
Remember that
It was
8
the
iron?
5 iron that you
Oh, it's an
snapped.
8 iron. I'm sure it was an 8 iron. I remember that was an 8 iron at Greyhawk. I tried it at 155 and came up 15 yards short.
Well, hit it.
Trying. Rocketman is asking, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are the P7CB irons?
Oof. That scale's not big enough.
I would say an 8.
Yeah.
Really good. Really, really good. How about Lydia Ko? John Jensen saying, such a class act. What a way to go into the Hall of Fame. Can you believe when she said, may as well get the gold this week to sort of complete the set? I was like, can you imagine if she actually got gold? And then just as the week played out, she was right
It was
there.
funny, they had those boards. It's like, my name's Mike, this is my second Olympics,
Yeah.
what's your goal? And everyone's was like, their goal was to win gold, to win
Yeah.
gold. Scotty Scheffler's was to have fun.
Have fun, I know. Isn't that
So
wild?
good.
Isn't that wild? But what I don't think people realise about Scotty is how competitive he is, and that is him having fun.
Totally.
Him winning and coming from way back, and obviously against such a tough field. That's him having fun.
I think we have a super chat from Steven. Tips to help junior fitting last longer. 15-year-old girl now swinging 104 plus, outgrowing driver setup too often, needing upgrades frequently.
That's funny. That's funny, isn't it? Honestly, build a really good relationship with your fitter, with the fitting company that you go to, and yeah, I don't personally believe it should be the responsibility of the family, the kind of parents to pay for every time a 12 to 14-year-old changes by 10 miles an hour or 4 inches in height. And we have our policy up here that reshafts are 50% off for junior golfers. So if we reshaft the same set of heads you bought from us, we do them at 50% off. Just a nod to the parents who have a real struggle.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's karma coming down the road for me when my kids get to that age and somebody takes pity on my wallet. That'd be nice.
Now people are just asking for a scale of these irons. 1 to 10, 243s.
What do you think? I'm calling them a 9.
No. Yeah, I'll give them a good 7.5.
What do you not like about them?
I don't know. Don't put me on the spot. It's just something about them.
It's because I play, isn't it?
No.
So that's you're just being a little.
No. I don't know. Cody, are there any clubs you feel nostalgic for that you wish you could still play?
I don't feel nostalgic for golf clubs. I really don't.
Me neither.
I know people do, and
There's a reason new ones come out.
yeah,
They're generally going to be better than the previous model.
yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Favorite moment from the Olympics, all sports included?
I don't know.
There's a lot.
I'm pretty cool that Canadian girl got 3 gold medals swimming.
Moment, Michael. Moment. What was the moment that rings when you think back in
Nothing.
3 years' time? there won't be one single moment from this year. I don't think you watched much of it, did you?
No.
No. For me was the wait for Noah Lyles to be announced that he won the 100. Like I said before we went, we'd watched the Netflix documentary Sprint, and kind of was the whole build up to Noah, who historically has been a 200 meter runner, and then he won the worlds at 100 and 200. For him, the Olympic gold at 100 was the one that he wasn't expected to get, and then obviously it was so close. So when we were sitting there, the board came up. So of the top 8 runners, they only announced the time of the last runner, 9.91. The other 7 were in a photo finish because they couldn't separate them. It was just the most incredible moment. So waiting for him, and then his reaction when he won the 100 was just amazing. So good. Poor guy, getting COVID and not being able to give the 200 his best shot was tough. Tough. Brennan's saying his favourite moment was Steph Curry in the final 3 minutes of the gold medal game. Did you watch any of that?
No.
It was insane. It was quite close. They couldn't really shake France, and then Steph Curry just kept draining threes. It was just absolutely nuts. This most incredible shooter the game's ever seen.
Okay, there's a super chat. What a great name.
Red Wine.
For my driver, I have 100 to 105 swing speed, playing a 60 gram stiff in hazardous black. I tend to feel stiff on many days, and I'm getting a lot of push slices. Would going softer and lighter on shaft help me turn it over?
It would definitely help you feel the more that it's not so much that the shaft is going to start kicking and releasing the head, like, you know, the head's going to snap shut or anything like that. It's you're going to be able to feel the shaft deflect, therefore you're going to kind of gain a better sense of what to do in the timing. So yes, if you are struggling a little bit with turning it over, being able to feel a little bit of the shaft is definitely a good thing. So you feel it sort of load, then you can then feel it unload. So yes, it would definitely help.
Matt Woods Fishing. I feel like you guys are holding brands to full account and pushing for technological advances, Michael. Full forge phase and body players distance irons launched today. What would you love to see next?
I would like there to be, and I think there's enough weight inside heads for this to be the case. I think you could have a 25 gram weight, potentially maybe even a bit more, and I would like there to be on an iron head, is there one there? I want a T-rail on an iron head. So I want a T-rail there, so I want one single weight, and I want to make it go up, heel, or toe. So I want this like maybe 30 gram weight, and there's like a little track system there. So if I want to move the CG more to toe, move to heel, move it up, or move it down, I can. I think that's doable within, because you know, a hollow body construction gives you space, or even an old traditional cavity.
Don't give away your idea. We'll come to market.
Well, that's what I would like to see that, because I think individualized CG locations are necessary.
Because then they can be different for every iron.
Every iron, depending on how you hit them. I mean, look where I hit low irons, or short irons. Everything's low in the head. I can't get the CG low enough on that head, and you see the irons that, because everyone's trying to drive the CG up, so the mass is technically moving away from my strike. That's one of the reasons I struggle with my short irons.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Aye, same. Oh, that's pretty good.
You like that? I make 2 of those.
Yeah.
Yorington, effect of excessively tipping a butt soft shaft. Well, typically shafts that are softer in the handle are much, much stiffer either in the mid or tip section. So effectively, you're going to be playing, a bit more tip stiff. But it depends on the profile of shaft. It really does. And it depends how that shaft tapers. Oh man, that could depend really honestly shaft to shaft. That's a bit of a loaded question, that one, because really depends on the bend profile. Really, really does. What else you got? Higgs. Thoughts on 923 Tours versus 923 Forged?
It's funny though, 923 Tours rarely get any light of day in the demo matrix.
923 Tour Forged is nice. That's one that.
Yeah, Forged is great, but the Tour does it. And Tour's a nice iron. I like the GPX Tours, but thoughts on them? Forged is too good. The Tour one's just a little bladey, that's all.
John Fishburne is asking, what does your Arcos say your strokes gained is compared to a Tour player? It says give up. Chuck it. Tour.
You'll be right around the same.
Very good. It won't. I can guarantee that. Minus 6.8 currently. But most of that is driving. So I'm basically, compared to a Tour Pro, that just doesn't seem right, but 0.7, so 0.7 of a shot less than or more than a Pro. Putting is 1.5, approach is 1.5, and then driving is 3. It's the worst part, obviously, my game by a million miles. But I would never compare myself to a Tour Pro, but I always look at +2. I just always think, like, for me, +2 is what I look at. My approach play is better than a +2 handicap. My short game's as good as a +2 handicap. My putting's slightly worse, and my driving is way worse.
Driving's a slight issue for you?
Slight issue, Michael.
That's all right. You'll get through it.
I don't know if I will, honestly.
You need a mini driver? I'll sell you one.
I don't need one I've got. A dozen. Apparently 2 dozen now.
Carlos asked again, 118 to 122 with driver playing TSR3 weight and toe, was looking for more forgiving driver but scared of spin. Miss a block right open face off the toe. Is the GT2 very high spin?
No.
Compared to TSR3?
Probably from a spin perspective, actually, Carlos, probably GT2 and TSR3 are in a more similar window. So no need to be scared of that at all. But honestly, go get fit and just get dialed. You're fast enough. You're, by the sound of it, you said he's 7.5 handicap, so you've got lots of speed. Lots of reasons why someone's a 7.5. They can be a really good player who doesn't get a chance to play much. They can be a player who maximizes their potential, plays quite a lot, but that's just their level. So just go get fit. That would be one thing I'd say. Probably the one driver, sorry, just what's on my head. Probably the one driver that's really good at that is probably G430. Not being overly spinny, but being really obviously good and forgiving. That just to me sounds like a G430.
Yeah.
Really does. All right, top of the hour.
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Time flies when you're having fun. Guys, good to be back. That hour flew by. Normally an hour spent with Mikey is a struggle.
You're welcome.
Nice to be back, Michael.
Why?
Nice to be back. All right. Kevin, thank you. It's nice to be back with you and everyone else. So really, really appreciate it, guys. One ask I have of those who watch all the way to the end. Ryan Andrews, nice to be back. Good to see you as well, pal. I told you they're always listening.
Nah,
what did I tell you?
Ryan Andrews, nosy.
That was it. Videos. So great to see so much positive feedback, especially TPI video. That one was amazingly well received, which I'm glad because it was a headache for the boys to kind of put together 3 different cameras, sort of editing, different, titles were really kind and gave us additional videographers for that one, so kind of piecing that all together is not easy. In the videos that you guys like, do me one favor, make sure you hit the like button. Let's get those likes up. It's the way YouTube obviously recognizes that the people watching are enjoying it, and it will then obviously recommend it to others to watch it based on, well, our viewership are enjoying this type of content, please, or they'll recommend it then, and so on and so forth. So on the videos like that I've never seen comments as positive as that, which is really, really great to see, but yet not that many people see it, because on a channel like ours, I think that type of content is a bit niche for us. But if you do see videos you like, and if you don't like, don't hit the like button, but if you do like it, please hit that like button. It means a lot, and it does help the rankings of those videos. Much, much appreciated. So hit that like button, Michael.
Give it a thumb.
You hitting the like
Give
button?
this thing a thumbs up too. Wee thumbs up. 233 of you, come on.
Come on now. Come on. Come on. All right, guys, have a great week. Loads of content coming. Loads of iron reviews coming. Wedges, shafts. What else?
Everything.
Everything. Everything's coming.
Mini drivers.
Comparisons between mini drivers. Maybe. Who knows? It's a wonderful world.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, guys, take care.